No Rest for the Wicked. And it's like if Dark Souls and Diablo had a baby in this grim painted fairy tale type of world. It's a brutal action RPG that's making waves even in early access, to the point where it's been riddled with negative Steam reviews, mixed Steam reviews, and the studio head came out and said, please help us save this game. What's going on, everybody? My name is Nas, and I've spent dozens of hours looting, fighting, and rebuilding this plague-ravaged world. And today I'm giving you an honest breakdown of what works, what doesn't, and is this game worth your time? Just a quick little break to let you guys know that I will be giving away a couple copies of No Rest for the Wicked to one of you guys. In the comments down below, go ahead and comment your first Soulslike or ARPG game that you have ever played, and I'll be selecting a winner in probably a week or two. So go ahead and leave a comment down below, and back to the video. No Rest for the Wicked is the latest project from Moon Studios, the team behind the beautiful Ori games. By this time, they've ditched the platforming for a gritty top-down ARPG with a stamina-based combat, deep loot, and a Souls-like difficulty game. It's now on Steam in early access with a full release on consoles planned for a later date. The gameplay is amazing. The heart of the game is its combat, and it's a tense, slow, and punishing combat in the best way. Every attack drains your stamina, every dodge needs to be timed, and enemies hit hard. You've got a solid range of weapons, daggers, swords, great hammers, wands, and each one feels distinctly different. There's spells, ranged attacks that also exist, but they cost focus, and it hasn't really been something that I've been enjoying. The loot system borrows heavily from Diablo. Randomized stats, gear tiers, enchantments, and you'll be constantly comparing items, upgrading gear, and tweaking your build. But there's also a downside. Some materials like Fallen Embers, which are critical for enchanting your gear, are absurdly rare right now. It really slows down build experimentation and your late game build upgrades. The town building is pretty unique. In between battles, you're rebuilding the town of Sacrament. You're gathering materials, unlocking vendors, and upgrading all your crafting stations. And it's a cool system that adds a long-term progression outside of just hack and slash combat. And it feels like they added a little bit of like Stardew Valley and Minecraft into the whole Diablo aspect of the game, and it gives it a little bit more character. Visually, the game is stunning. Every environment is pretty much hand-painted, layered with lights, shadows, and just the right amount of that dark grittiness. The character models are detailed, animations are mostly fluid, and the entire world has a surreal storybook kind of feel that really sets it apart from your typical dark fantasy game. The story, I would say, is pretty light right now, which is understandable, the game being in early access, but there's a strong foundation. It's a kingdom ravaged by a plague, there's power-hungry factions, and something ancient that's kind of lurking behind it all. The story is pretty subtle. There's a lot more world building than exposition, and it works for the tone Moon Studios is going for. Audio design, I would say, is top tier. From the metallic clanging of the weapons, the parries, the creaking of the floorboards, every sound lands hard. The soundtrack is orchestral and moody, and it fades into the background in the best way, keeping tensions high without overwhelming you. Now, as good as the game looks, performance can be a little hit or miss. I'm on a mid to high-end PC, and I still get frame drops, like running to different areas or in a big fight, and I get the occasional crash every once in a while, but it's pretty rare. There's also some annoying bugs, like enemies being stuck, quests kind of taking a little bit to register, and weird pathfinding. It's playable, but it's far from perfect. But to their credit, Moon Studios is pushing out patches pretty fast, but I wouldn't expect a flawless experience just yet. Now, here's where things kinda get tricky. Once you finish the main campaign, the endgame starts to feel a little empty. There's no strong progression loop, farming feels a little repetitive, build variety starts to fall off, and you're just kind of left wanting more, and you want to keep pushing forward. And I've been loving this game, but I want more. I want something like Path of Exile has, where I can just keep running maps and pushing higher tiers and higher tiers and higher tiers. But with the whole outbreak system, like once you can burn certain items to get your outbreak to level 4, and that's kind of the hardest that it could get. And you're still wanting more instead of that just go cleanse an outbreak, come back, go cleanse an outbreak, come back. I would also just like to see like a more in-depth crafting system. Like they have a good foundation. Dig deep into it. Have like more items that we can craft. More enchantments, more just things to kind of, time sink into, like farm out some materials, farm out this, farm out that, and then you can just like craft those like min-max items, because right now the crafting does feel a little bland, and all you're really doing is you're enchanting and then you're re-rolling enchantments, and that's it. As far as just currency, and when I say currency, I mean like Fallen Embers, and that's pretty much it. That's all you're really looking for. And that just feels a little scarce, and they need to up those drops, especially in the end game. I should not be only, clearing Outbreak and only getting 2 or 3 Fallen Embers. I should be getting like a good chunk of them, so I can actually, progress my gear and not go on a bunch of farming runs to find those things. Also, I would just love more items, more different items, higher level items for the end game. It would be a nice thing to have. No Rest for the Wicked is a bold, atmospheric ARPG that blends brutal combat with gorgeous visuals. It's one of the most unique Souls-like experiences I've played in a while. Actually, it is the second Souls-like experience I've ever actually played, the first one being the first Berserker Kazan. But the game is not finished. Crafting needs more. I need more crafting. Performance needs to be tightened up. And the endgame desperately needs more content. But if you like challenging and stylish ARPGs and you're okay with early access and the growing pains of it, I'd say give the game a shot. If not, keep this one on your radar. It could be a truly special game when it's done. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my review of No Rest for the Wicked. Let me know down in the comments. Are you playing No Rest for the Wicked? Are you waiting for the full release? Drop it down below. I will be covering a lot more games, Souls-like, fantasy games, RPGs. So if that's your thing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's been Nas, and I'll see you on the next one.